Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei 13K1 Productions. Heute dreht sich alles um das Thema Cyberpunk, aber nicht nur. Ich möchte Danke sagen dafür, dass das letzte Video relativ gut bei euch ankam und dass ich relativ gut Feedback bekam. Also das war richtig gut und ja, ich freue mich über Kommentare, ich freue mich über euch und dass ihr dabei seid und dass ihr eingeschaltet habt und ich wünsche euch viel Spaß mit diesem Video.
Damit herzlich willkommen zu 2064 Week Only Memories für die Nintendo Switch. Ja, wir sind ein bisschen im Cyberpunk-Fieber durch natürlich Cyberpunk 2077 und Phantom Liberty. Aber natürlich gehen wir auf Halloween zu und da habe ich natürlich auch noch ein bisschen was geplant. Ne? Also, ich habe ja schon was zu Project Zero gemacht. Wisst ihr ja, hoffentlich findet ihr auch auf meinem Kanal. Und ja, ich habe mir gedacht, wir gucken mal in das Spiel an, rein von Midboss. Wir schauen jetzt mal das Intro zusammen.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Genau. Das nochmal zum kleinen Intro zu Read Only Memories, a New Cyberpunk Adventure. Ja, und wir gehen in das Spiel rein. So, ich habe natürlich auch einen Speicherstand angelegt, also kann ich gleich was dazu sagen. Wir gehen jetzt auf Continue. So, als kleine Information für die Leute, die das Spiel nicht kennen, was wahrscheinlich die meisten von euch sind. Deswegen ihr wahrscheinlich auch interessiert auf das Video geklickt haben. Also, wir sind im Jahr 2064. Wir spielen aus der Ego-Perspektive und wir sind mit diesem Roboter unterwegs, der in unserer Wohnung aufgetaucht ist und der uns erklärt, dass ein Freund von uns gekidnappt wurde. Und wir sind halt auf dem Weg und haben dann versucht, Informationen rauszufinden, was mit dem passiert ist, sind in seine Wohnung gegangen, einfach mal so und haben dann sein Zeug durchgewühlt, auf Informationen zu bekommen, haben dann gesagt, dem Roboter, ja komm, warum kann nicht die Polizei da jetzt darum kümmern? Er sagt, das wäre viel zu gefährlich und so weiter und so fort. Und der Freund würde an einem wichtigen Projekt arbeiten. Nachher kam dann wirklich die Polizei, hat der Ganze dann beschlagnahmt, dass wir dann halt nicht reinkamen und so weiter und so fort. Und ja, wir haben dann halt zufällig auch eine Freude bei den Polizisten. Die haben dann gefragt, hier kannst du uns Zugang verschaffen dazu. Und ja, das ist zur Story. Kurzerhand, das ist ungefähr so passiert. Aber ihr könnt es natürlich dann selbst erleben. Wir sind halt jetzt aufgewacht in einem Krankenhaus. Das Ganze ist ein Point-and-Click-Spiel sozusagen. Also nicht ganz. Wir können hier Sachen hier anklicken, also nicht ganz Point-and-Click. Ne? Und wir haben auch Items. Zum Beispiel haben wir hier eine ID-Card. Damit konnten wir halt dann gucken, ein paar Informationen rausfinden. Wir haben Headphones, also Kopfhörer, wo wir eine Aufgabe bekommen haben von unserem Redakteur, dass wir die reviewen sollten, was wir auch dann getan haben, und eine super Spoiled-Mic. Wie ihr schon seht, das Ganze ist in Englisch, das heißt, wenn ihr nicht Englisch könnt, dann ja, ist das schon nichts für euch, würde ich mal sagen. Aber wenn ihr Englisch könnt, bleibt auf jeden Fall dran. So, was können wir jetzt machen? Wir können jetzt erstmal hier interagieren, würde ich sagen. Mit dem Medikopf. Wir können jetzt hier den anschauen. Wir können Item benutzen beim Medikopf. Mit dem reden. Und den benutzen wir. Benutzen den mal. Jo, weiter. Not a doctor. Sit back down. Okay. Wir können aber nicht reden. Oh, thanks, Medikop.
Everything is okay.
Good enough. Okay. Ja. So, wir können den Curtains, look at curtains, curtain, low quality fabric, tacky steady color, steam cleaned beyond recognition. So, können wir noch was mit denen machen? Open curtains. Hallöchen, da sitzt einer, der hat uns, bevor ich das Ding hier gespeichert habe, angesprochen. Mit dem können wir jetzt mal reden, würde ich mal sagen. Patient. Oder? Look at Patient. Nimm's die mit. Ach, nee. Dann reden wir mal mit dem.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar.
Hayden ist übrigens der Freund, den ich gemeint habe, der gekidnappt wurde.
Has anything happened to him?
Jo. Jetzt mal fragen, wer der ist.
Of course, I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
Okay.
See, I don't bite.
Were you listening in our conversation? Hast du unsere Unterhaltung gehört?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other.
Inwiefern?
I won't press you for details, but Perhaps I could be of some assistance, I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
You said former CEO?
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take.
Verdächtig. Also ich will ihn.
The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
No, bitte rein. Wie hast du Hayden getroffen?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Do you know anything about Hayden's research?
His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing.
Ja, du kannst natürlich dich auch noch selbst benennen, deswegen habe ich mich natürlich nach der DK1 benannt.
Did you say she?
Yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away.
Was machst du hier überhaupt?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary, to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
Wie kannst du helfen?
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something.
Vielleicht.
I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
Eine Spielkonsole.
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time.
Genau, das ist ungefähr passiert.
I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable.
Was möchtest du?
What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
Bist du sicher, dass wir ihn trauen können?
I don't think we have any choice.
Ja, denke ich auch.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes? It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls.
Yep.
I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
Na, vielleicht. Woher kennst du den überhaupt?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you.
Ja, vielleicht. Du bist irgendwie da drin?
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
Ja, danke, dass du uns so hilfst.
I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me,
das ist
to
wichtig.
Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you.
Das ist cool.
I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both.
Ja, wir sollten jetzt gehen.
Ah, of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Ja.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, das ist unsere Freundin von der Polizei.
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Die ist sauer auf uns.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh, great. The robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal?
Tja.
The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid.
Da müssen wir jetzt durch.
You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right. Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all!
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Genau.
Yeah, so stop messing around.
Ja, ist ja gut.
There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
Ja, ich versuch's.
And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
Ich versuch's für zu sein.
Yeah, I know. Just here.
Hoppa!
Take this. Use it if you have to.
Okay. Ist the same thing. Nee, ich mach mal das hier.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Bis dann.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere.
Yep, machen wir.
We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Okay, gucken wir mal. Moment, Mysterious Man, der könnte das sein. Vending Machine. Vending Machine, Gesundheiter, Vending Machine. Kann man das überhaupt? Want see, you have to pay using Lips Pay. Linked in your ID card. Okay. Dann können wir vielleicht mal unsere ID-Card nutzen. Kathy and drink it. We recovered. Woohoo.
Very good. Isn't Cassie the best?
Ja. Cleaning ground. This room is made for conversation. It's just whereabouts at you. Na klar, ist ja nur zum Saubermachen. Nämlich. Which would be a cuter room to destroy the thing of RV-IF-3. Okay, haben wir das jetzt genutzt? Ja, mal nicht. This cleaning room. You pat the tiny room on the head. It beeps cheerfully. Oh, das ist süß. So, ich glaube, wir reden mal mit dem Kerl hier.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot.
Okay, versuchen wir's. What kind of work do you do for Dr. Fairlight?
Oh, mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years.
Why do you think Fairlight is helping us?
You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something.
Oh ja, verstehe ich.
But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him.
What's your story?
Probably not as exciting as you hope.
Ja, der Kerl.
I grew up in Montana, on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at.
Thank you, dude.
No problem. I'll be around, if you know where to look.
Okay,
You have a good day now.
danke. Netter Typ. So, wir können natürlich noch mit der Frau da reden. Den können wir eigentlich nicht. Doch, können wir doch. Waiting you for husband. Okay. Dieses Raum, dann reden wir mit dem.
Patient,
Jo.
my records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
Was? Oh, die Exercise, die Separate Outstunner.
An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage.
Just give me the dev pack, Papa.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care.
Okay.
Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
What was the middle part?
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care.
Part!
Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Na, können wir machen. Das ist unser Apartment. Physically, mentally and journalistically refreshed. Nice.
You look good.
Okay.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, by the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata. Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there. Either way, our next move is Stardust.
Okay. Und in unsere Papers. Vielleicht Plant. Is that a cute little plant, Woody? Yes, you are. Yes, you.
With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
Actual consequences, probably. Okay. So, ich glaube, wir gehen mal weiter hin. Wir haben nämlich noch was anderes, was ich euch zeigen wollte. Und zwar, wobei, wir können hier eigentlich auch mal den Map benutzen. Hey, Dams, wir haben ja unsere Überspoiled-Milk. Und deswegen... Not sure one of the drinks is the most pathetic. Mark, many of you intended or guns are thinking for you for refusing to drink from that again. Okay, egal. Jetzt gehen wir zur Map, denn wir haben nämlich auch eine interaktive Map, die wir hier nutzen können. So sieht die Map aus in New San Francisco, wo wir uns befinden. Das, wo Go ist, da sind wir momentan. Das ist unser Zuhause. GG Park, da waren wir schon. Wir waren bei der SFPD Station, wo wir unsere Freunde getroffen haben. Beim Krankenhaus waren wir ja, wie ihr gesehen habt, aber wir gehen jetzt zum Stardust Club. Hardcore, look at my 20 is one of the more popular among car experts.
It has an extra cup holder.
Darauf achtest du. Sein. Unser...
I don't really do idle chatter.
Okay. Dann gehen wir mal rein. In Stardust.
Welcome to Stardust.
Ja, und da sind wir wieder. Aber ich würde sagen, das war's für den Ersteindruck zu diesem Spiel. Ich hoffe, ich habe euch ein bisschen das Spiel näher gebracht und vielleicht ist das Spiel auch was für euch. Und ja, wie gesagt, das gibt es für den Nintendo Switch. Ich habe es, glaube ich, für 5 Euro mal im Sale mitgenommen. Und ja, wer es mag und wer drauf steht, holt es sich und ich finde es auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr interessant. Hat einen richtig guten Soundtrack, den kann ich empfehlen. Und die Story ist auch interessant mit dem ganzen Detektivkram im Cyberpunk-Universum. Und ja, dann wünsche ich euch einen schönen Tag und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Tschüss!